Yes, that's me playing a traditional Uyghur musical instrument, but the owner of the shop was a lot better than me, and we'll come back to him later. Before I screw it up, I'll let the backing track of one of the 12 mukhams of Uyghur culture take over. There's a great history of storytelling through music in this city, and that's the backing track that I've just put on. It's recorded in another of those great tea houses that we're finding around the region. For now, I want to take a walk around the city of Shache in southern Xinjiang. My wife and I have spent 3 days here completely unaccompanied and just wandered into the town without any problems from any authorities. This is definitely not a rich city and almost certainly not on the regular tourist destination. There are hardly any Han Chinese here, and for sure I haven't seen another foreigner yet. Food is an essential part of any Chinese culture, and in this region it's no exception. We're seeing breads, meat, and one of my favorites here, cow baozi, which are usually lamb or beef and cooked in the naan, which is very much like an Indian tandoor oven. They also make these really delicious cakes, although that's probably not the right word for them. They're made from dried fruit, nuts, honey, and melted together with saffron-flavored sugar. It's part of the city limits of Kashgar, but its own county. It's roughly halfway between Kashgar and Hotan. That's where the most famous jade comes from. Audalia ren.
Audalia.
Bye. Nationally ren. Like Kashgar, this place is a kaleidoscope of colors. There are carpets. There are lots of carpets. There's a lot of copper, and we chatted to a coppersmith who told us he was 7th generation in the industry. He's an older man, obviously able to retire now, but still making pots in his shop. His Mandarin was poor, so when we wanted to negotiate with him to buy a local style hot pot, handmade in copper and very heavy, he called his son on the phone and we did the deal with him, paying 1,300 RMB for this beauty, including shipping back to Guangdong. That's less than $200. One of the many criticisms of China in this region is that they're destroying the culture, forcing people to live in high-rises when they had perfectly good accommodation before. Well, that's not true. One of the great things about China is what it's done here, keeping the culture alive in places where people congregate. This is downtown. It's obviously not for tourists. A short walk away, though, there's an entirely different story. Is this a good or a bad thing? These buildings are condemned and people are moving into apartments. The weather here is up to 35°C, that's 95°F in summer, and it drops below freezing in winter. It rarely rains or snows here, but the weather can change dramatically during the day. The road surface is something like I imagine moon dust to be like. Whatever we, as tourists and visitors, think about the loss of this kind of heritage, it's really up to the locals to decide if this is good or bad for them. We can't decide for them, but take a look. Would you enjoy living here and coming home to this every day? I don't think I would. And, just to finish off, here's how it should be done by the master and the shop owner who very kindly allowed me to try a very expensive instrument.